attention watching. As we watch there on the live stream, we got that flag man. He's going to raise the white flag. Everybody's going to bring up the RPMs and get ready to go. And at any point when he gets down, the green flag flies.
Here we go, Zach. Green flag flies. There goes VanEperen to the outside already. Let's see if VanEperen can go the long way, but Kyle Chaney roosting.
All kinds of roost.
Oh, heavy, heavy snow through that infield. Chaney's car working perfect through there.
First car through definitely gets to plow the tracks through some of this looser, fluffier snow and dirt.
Yeah, especially through that section. We're actually looking at dirt in that infield coming through the split lanes. VanEperen looks to go to that bottom side.
Livingston to the top side. Michael Gilliland to the bottom behind Rodney. Michael Gilliland going to fall in that 4th spot.
VanEperen in the 45. Power Sports 1 ride. The WPS.
Livingston trying to look to the inside of Rodney VanEperen for that 2 spot coming on into the infield. Just not enough.
No, it really drags out the horsepower coming through that infield section. Then they go over the tabletop. So you see a glimpse of Kyle Chaney already with about a 7-8 car length gap over Rodney VanEperen. Then you have Tyler Livingston and Gilliland in that 17X.
Kyle Chaney stretching out his lead about 0.4 of a second that time by 3.3 seconds now going to separate 1 and 2. Rodney VanEperen running that 2 spot in the number 45. Tyler Livingston and Michael Gilliland putting on a decent battle for that number 3 spot between the 0.18 and the 17.
Yeah, look at these lap times. Zach, 38.457 and a 38.943 for VanEperen. So Chaney, he's faster, but I mean, not by much on the numbers, but on the track, he's opened up a big gap.
Yeah, and if you can click away 3/4 of a second every lap, I mean, we got a 12-lap race. Don't forget about that halfway point caution, though. That's going to stack everybody back up. So the lead that Kyle Chaney has right now is all going to disappear right around lap number 6.
Chaney goes through your screen, as does Rodney VanEperen. Tyler Livingston having some difficulties going through that section. Flies off the tabletop a little crossed up.
Michael Gilliland and Jimmy Henderson going into that dirt corner now, right behind Tyler Livingston, up into the switch lane section.
Gilliland goes to the bottom, Livingston to the top. He makes his way around once again. Doesn't look like he's reeling in VanEperen that much. VanEperen with a pretty big size gap over 3rd place.
Actually, Rodney VanEperen able to close up about 3 or 4/10 of a second on Kyle Chaney, your leader, within the last lap and a half or so. Rodney VanEperen going to put a push on and setting a hot lap of the race there with a 38.3. Rod VanEperen going to come out swinging here just before the halfway point. They both opting to go to the inside line.
Oh, we got one upside down on its side. We'll have to get a good look. That's all we see
over
is
there
skid
on
pants.
the infield. The infield coming back into the split lane in that dirt corner. There's going to be one over. It looks like he's on the driver's side. Not quite sure who that is yet at the moment. Try to get you guys a better picture and better idea who that is.
Yeah, a lot of standing water on that infield, but track crew has done a great job keeping it clear. But that's all we see right now, Zach, is some skid plates.
Definitely. Track crew getting over there, going to get them flipped over, make sure everything's okay, check on the safety of our drivers, because that is first and foremost.
Wow,
that
Jimmy Henderson.
44 of Jimmy Henderson going over on his lid.
Jimmy Henderson getting set back on his wheels in that United Rentals ride.
Looks like some smoke coming out of the exhaust. Maybe tried to refire. Gonna try to take off where he left off.
Yeah, these cars are very, very tough. Unless you damage a tie rod or, break a steering box in these things.
Looks like we might have a flat tire there on the 43 of Paul Schlueter up in the middle of the tabletop section there.
All right. Well, race fans, welcome back to Eagle River, Wisconsin for the 2020 Arctic Derby Dash here. Like I said, Eagle River, Wisconsin, side-by-side racing. On track right now is Pro Mod. We still have 7 laps remaining, and the good look right out front in the United Rentals ride. That's the number 44 of Jimmy Henderson. Remember, Jimmy Henderson moving his way into the Pro 4 ranks into short course off-road racing. Now doing double duty, so not a good sign, him sitting right there. Hopefully he's just waiting to get back in line.
Just got word from the controls that this is going to be our halfway caution.
Okay.
Otherwise, we'd only be going about a lap or so. So that is going to be our halfway caution. This is going to be the competition caution where we are going to restack and re-rack everybody. Coming back onto the ice oval here with our Pro Mod A main right after the caution on the track that we considered our competition caution. Sounds like we should be going green coming onto the straightaway here as we go past the flag stand. Things just heating up here as the second half of our Pro Mod side-by-side main event coming up.
Flagman's trying to hold them together. Watch as he's going to wave the green flag. Here we go. It is Kyle Chaney, Rodney VanEperen. Remember, VanEperen just threw down the fastest lap of the race.
38.2 going into the caution. Rodney VanEperen with the fastest lap of the race so far, sitting in that number 2 spot. Tyler Livingston really reeling in. Rod VanEperen coming into the infield.
Yeah, Livingston all over the back door of VanEperen. There's a good look at Kyle Chaney, that Can-Am ride, tiptoeing his way through that water once again, Zach.
Absolutely. Back out onto the split lane. Rod VanEperen, Livingston, and Chaney, top 3 all going to the inside.
Oh!
But Livingston getting bucked out to the outside.
Livingston taking some hay bales out as well. Looks like that was the number 43 of Paul Schlueter collecting the hay bale as well. The Chaney still out front. VanEperen
Livingston kind of getting crossed up here, trying to get back into the infield, pushing way wide, giving up about 2 spots. That's going to put the 26 of Scottie Lawrence and the 17 of Michael Gilliland up in front of him. Michael Gilliland and Scottie Lawrence coming on to the straightaway. That is going to be a battle coming out of the split lanes. And we do have a full course yellow. Yellow flag is on the track, displayed by our flag man. That is the ultimate flag. The flag man throwing the yellow flag, slowing everybody down, trying to get everybody stopped here before we go into the infield. Gonna do some track maintenance, gonna get some hay bales put back, cones put back where they belong there in the split lanes. And then we'll try to get everybody going green here again. Looks like we got 5 laps remaining in our Pro Mod side-by-side event. Cars coming back onto the straightaway going green as we go past the fans right here on the front stretch of the oval. Rodney VanEperen trying to get to the inside of Kyle Chaney, but not making it work. Rodney VanEperen trying to do anything and everything he can to get around that 91 car of Kyle Chaney. Very, very rough coming into the infield.
Yeah, that's Michael Gilliland putting it up on the bike, setting it back down. But Chaney, he has a nice line through there. He like straddles that outside berm.
The Can-Am being a little bit longer might have a little bit of an advantage going over some of them rough spots. The wheelbase difference between the Polaris, the Can-Ams, the Yamahas, they're all a little bit different.
So Kyle Chaney out front, Rodney VanEperen in second. Can VanEperen reel in our race leader? Remember, he has a 38.230 on his chart, so he is bad fast, but just cannot reel in Kyle Chaney.
We'll track it this time by, Brent. Last time by, they had a 1 second gap. 1.097 was the gap between first and second. Both of them opting to the inside of the split lane this time by. Rodney coming out looking good.
Yeah, Rodney VanEperen definitely looking good. He's always really, really fast. But VanEperen, don't take nothing away from him. He is driving the wheels off that 45.
Actually losing about 2/10 that last time by to Kyle Chaney, the number 91, your leader. Up over the tabletop he goes.
See him as he goes in that infield, going to the split lanes. We'll see if he goes up on the top or the bottom. He stays in that bottom lane, so you really have to be tricky. You've seen Livingston take out the hay bales. You really have to be patient, like I said. You can't just go wild through there. As Chaney's showing the way around here in Eagle River, Wisconsin. Watch how he just straddles that. You see that, Zach, how he just misses that whole inside groove. The rut's really, really deep.
Oh man, who is that? The 26 of Scottie Lawrence. Just bombs-eyeing those ruts. Actually gonna lose a spot to the 44 of Jimmy Henderson. White flag gonna come out this time by for the 91 of Kyle Chaney.
One more lap to go, a 38.168 for Kyle Chaney.
Hot lap of the race there set by Kyle Chaney in a 38.1. Amazing to see the hot laps coming out later in the race as the track is deteriorating.
Right. Normally it's the opposite way, you know. You work in this track as much as it is, but the sun's starting to go down a little bit. It's getting a little bit cloudy, so we'll see.
Getting a little crossed up in them ruts. Them ruts are gnarly coming into the infield.
Looks like Kyle Chaney gonna take the checkered, Zach.
Kyle Chaney and Rod VanEperen gonna come into that 2 spot. Michael Gilliland gonna come across for the 3rd spot. Jimmy Henderson, Scottie Lawrence gonna be 4th, 5th. Jason Watt, Ben Enloe, Tyler Livingston, Paul Schlueter and Brian Waszak and Lawrence Loshak going to round out the field. So your top 3 going to be Kyle Chaney, Rodney VanEperen, and Michael Gilliland in today's Pro Mod side-by-side main event.
Yeah, Kyle Chaney, you can't say enough about him. I've been watching him for a long, long time, and he's very, very smooth. He knows where to pick, where his car likes to be, and you